Hey, this is Elliot Wave Sage. I want to do a market update. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. Just use this for your education, entertainment purposes. And on my other videos, I kept saying, you have to hedge shorts. You have to play both sides of the market right now until we get this market crash. The market crash is coming, but it will come at a time and place that no one expects and no one is planned for and no one is anticipating. That's how it's going to go down. Now, I think from an Elliott Wave perspective, we still have more upside in the market left before the counts. I really can't get any more bullish, and there's no other possibility. So here we have a 1-2 right here set up, and we're coming out of that today. And as you can see today, we had this flat correction. It was kind of tricky to trade it. We can actually still be within the corrective structure here. Take another swing down to 407, 406. If that happens, it's just another buy-in opportunity for another bounce. I do believe we will come out of this congestion and then peak out somewhere around this area, somewhere ballpark 420, 430, high 420s, 430s. When it's all said and done, probably around end of May. It's looking like now, mid-May, maybe in another couple weeks, another week or so, because I think the debt ceiling is going to be the catalyst. That's just my guess. So anyway, so here's the SPY, the Dow Jones. I have it down in 3. We came up in 5, and we're down. So we could make another swing down. And you can buy that against this pivot here. If it doesn't, it could make another swing up and another move higher. So in a ABC type bounce here, so that would get us up to this 34,000. So it's like another 500 points potential upside here in this area. I wouldn't short this though. This is a very tricky count, but it seems like there's going to be a decision that needs to be made. 500 points up, and then it could be met with massive sell-in, or it could drop 500 points and then have a rip and then a crash. So very interesting. And then of course, if you drop and break the pivot, all bets are off. And then this was just a 1-2, and we're in a 3 of 3 down, as you can see here. So this is also a vel account that I have here, just like that, this way and down. You see that. I don't think it's likely at the moment. I just this to me looks like a 3-wave move, a corrective move, and I do believe we need to consolidate more in this this congested area. And then the Nasdaq is in the same situation as the SPY. It came off in 5 for 1-2, 1-2, and we're still in another 1-2. So tech should have a pretty big burst higher coming, a squeeze out of this, with the dollar probably making new lows, breaking out of its consolidation. It's a support area, is my guess. So we could still see a pullback into and maybe done. We'll have to wait and see. And again, this was an intraday by A, B, C. That was an absolute great opportunity to play a long trade against that pivot. And that was just a low risk, high reward setup that was given to you as a gift today at 1 o'clock. So a lunchtime gift. The market, I don't know why this happened, but now it should finish up. I think the market's going higher because China needs to bounce, and if China needs to bounce, the dollar's got to go lower, and if the dollar goes lower, that should generally bullish for the market. I do believe the dollar is ready to drop. The floor should drop out of it, and that should pump China and give tech a boost. Come in. So on this intraday pullback, I was looking for things to buy. the trade on the long side to play this bounce. And I did load up on some tech today. I didn't post my tech. This is very risky. But I did post some China. I do think China has a good setup. Of course, I may not bottom ticket quite right, but I do think it's getting close enough that I need to start to position for it. So let's take a deeper look at why I like China. So we've been keeping an eye on the K-Web in general. You know, we've been seeing it bleed out. It is very close to our area, 2451. It may not get there. It may not get there. As you can see, we have some divergence already taking place at this low. So we could get a bounce and then a sell-off later. You know, we could see that bounce up here to 29, and that should rally China. So it's a trade. The other is we could get that little bit of capitulation in the coming days, and then we have a really good concrete low. This is the technology index. Now, individually, you've got stocks like PDD that's been in a correction. Well, since January, I mean, this is way due for a bounce. This is due for a bounce. You have clearly a three-wave move in here, right? Here's your move. Here's your connector wave, your first cycle, connector, and now you're in your last cycle here that hasn't finished yet. It could still go lower. I did show earlier it could tag, you know, this $50 area, 58. And I warned my followers that this could happen, and it is bleeding out. But to me, it's close enough now, and I am seeing that divergence, bullish divergence, start to pull it out, and in some ways doesn't really, you know, have almost divergences getting erased to some extent, which could mean it is a low. So it's getting close here. I like it for now, and we'll see how it goes. And see how long I want to hold it or try it. And again, there's always risk, and you could do what's best for you. I can be wrong. So if you don't just blindly follow, you need to understand what you're doing. But here you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the bottom. And then on the daily here, you can see the divergence. You see that divergence. So this is an impulse. So I would expect to see at least one more swing higher. And if you look at the corrective structure here, you know, it's getting close, right? It's getting close to breaking. So we should see a bounce soon. Don't know when, but we should. And then Baidu's the same thing. A flat correction. This is the buy area. It's finding buyers here in support. We'll see if we can bounce out of that in 2 as well. And we'll see what happens. Again, if it continues lower, then this is just like a massive 1, 2. And so you stop out early. But we'll see how these trades play out. If they play out, it looks like we have some earnings coming up soon. Maybe that's the catalyst to propel these out. But I do think even if they're going to go lower, we need a counter trend rally, and then we can go lower. So that's why I like it for a trade right now. But I'm definitely not like all in. And of course, Neo, I'm looking for this final wave 5 to 680. Just we're almost there, and this makes sense if the K-Web still has a little more downside. So, with that said, we could see a little more downside in PDD, and we could see a little more downside in Baidu. But I do believe if you're patient, these will play out, and you'll get this bounce out of here. And then going back to the rest of the market right now, of course, the IWM looks like it's in some kind of 1-2, 1-2 setup right now. And if we take out this peak at 179, 180, then it could hit 183, and then we're in this to higher degree too. So either way, that's how I look at that. Bitcoin is struggling. Um, Still patiently waiting 25,000, 25.5, 25.2. Hoping we get that. Oil is in a danger area, but I need to take another look. I think we took the high out here. So it's probably in some kind of consolidation. So I do believe we'll have another swing higher. And this is just some kind of B wave that we're in now. Some kind of elaborate B wave, something like that, where you consolidate down in B and then you come out in C. Probably when we top out in C is when the market's ready to crash. Whenever this leg finishes and we get the 3 of 3 down in oil, which should take it at least into the high 40s, more than likely, possibly even lower. And gold and silver, um, gold hit an area here for a 3-wave dip buy. I don't like this structure, so I would say gold, if it were to make another move down to 1966, 1915, that could be a better entry, better dip buy. And silver, the same thing. Same thing here. A better entry for a better dip buy. And again, these are speculative dip buys because these are close to the cycle ending, the major cycle. So this would be just a dip buy with a stop here. And so will gold. And you can do the same thing with the miners if you want. But this is like indecisiveness. Natural gas starting to look like make its turn lower. If it could swing back higher, there's a chance it could still be in this 2-wave. But it's really in a tough area to predict at the moment. 10-year looks like it's peaked and started the head down in this 3. And then the 2-year, the same thing. We'll see if this holds. Last time the 2-year dropped, banks failed. So this could be a warning sign that not to get too bullish in the market. But if we can't push out of this and higher, then the B can extend, and that could allow the markets to rally more. I still want to see the VIX come back down and touch 1464, the next support area. Never quite got there. And of course, the dollar index, I want to see that capitulation move break down for the final low. Then technology stocks in general. So AI, remember we were watching AI. It tagged the box exactly, and it's never looked back since. So this correction could be over. And 2, heading up, squeeze. Keep an eye on Tesla here. Looks like we have 5 up off the low. So we should get another swing higher soon. So if you're looking to trade Tesla, maybe you look for an entry at 161 to play this C leg. But there's a chance it's already done and we pump tomorrow. And targets would be in the 180s. AMD looks like it may already be done here, close to peaking out. And we know because of the lower low sequence, this will fail. This move will fail. And then I thought Disney sold off after hours, so let's take a look at Disney. Looks like 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Yeah, it looks like that 2 may be in, so be careful in Disney. And that's really it in general that I can see at the moment. Airbnb has been selling off. Could be a dip buy at 95. And how's Twilio? God, that was a big sell-off. Looks like to me. 1, 2, 5. Looks like some kind of impulse down. I would stay away from it. So then commodities, stocks, if there's anything that catches my eye. How's Devin get in there? Like Devin at 42.41 for a major low opportunity. Perhaps this can coincide with natural gas's bottom at some point. Keep an eye on that one. How's rig? Looking for rig at 471, 422. XLE still being supported. Interesting, but I think it's going to break down. It may bounce one more time, but I think it'll break down. OIH should be breaking down soon again to 214, I'm thinking. GDX, I'd like to see it back down here at 32. Again, if we can get a flat correction while the market pumps, this would be a good dip buy. SIL, looks like to me this is going to fail in 3 and should take it down 27. That would be a good dip buy. Okay, and then staples. Yeah, CELH is seeing the explosiveness of wave 3 of 3 of a grand super cycle. You just stay on for the ride. If you were able to pick this up and you had multiple chances to do that, I posted this alert and you had a buy here. You actually had another buy here, another second chance entry. And now it's in blue sky FOMO territory, and there's still people on the internet saying short this. Yeah, good luck. Short a wave 3 of 3. Yeah, but I know it doesn't make sense because it is has a big market cap. So here's the structure. Here's the channel. It wouldn't be surprised to see me at some point it touch the upper channel, this upper channel. At some point. So I would say dips should be aggressively purchased if they come in 3 waves. So here's your first dip. We'll see what happens on that, and see what and if that dip is purchased here, it would be right at 124 or 120. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if that dip is supported or not. And then there's others out there. Like I've given other recommendations. How's AEHR doing? Right off the bottom. See? Grinding higher. Grinding higher. And it should continue to go higher. And BJ's pulled back. Let's take a look at that one. That one is showing a good count. And it looks like to me some kind of 2, 3. Yeah, I would be looking for pullback in this area. $70, $68, somewhere in here. That'd be a good speculative trade, again, long side trade opportunity. Let's see, crypto, Coinbase hit the buy area and skyrocket it for, and that's what happens. Boom, out it goes. How's Mara? Mara made 5 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings. So this should be A, B, C, D. It could be a triangle. Yeah, I'd be careful on Mara. You could see a final dump down, a final dump, in crypto. That hasn't it hasn't happened yet, but I'd be careful. It's tough to see where this may go. Riot. So Riot, to me it looks like an A, B, C in the making. These are must buys because I like it. I like the structure. If this is a gift that the market gives you, you should definitely take it for a long-term hold. And in my opinion, because I think you look at this, it's like nice three-wave moves. So keep an eye on crypto, but I'm not FOMOing in on the moment. I'm not ready to just buy blindly. Keep an eye on LTCN, how it's coming out of here. Keeping an eye on that for now. So, and how's Hive doing? Since our bottom, we came out of here. We could still be in that too. This could be just a massive corrective structure we're in. And then financials, Schwab wants to break down and dump with the 2-year taking a dump, right? How's WAL doing? I hit the short area. It's struggling from here. It could break down at any moment. PACW looks like the same structure. Bank of America, weak. So this looks still pretty weak, these financials. They just look so weak. Healthcare. I saw something pump in here. Novavax was pumping. Yeah. It could just be a corrective bounce. Nothing to FOMO into. Moderna looking for this final push to 80, 88, 92. So I think it's going to break down soon. Danaher looking for 205. Right? Yeah, 204. So healthcare seems like it's going to be coming under pressure soon. AbbVie is coming. So it looks like healthcare has got some. The sector looks weak right now. Looks weak. Looking at things. Hot charts. Let's see. Crocs. Keep an eye on that. Want to buy the dip on Crocs. We need this B to play out more and see. And yeah, this was the stock to own. So this was a good call on that. And again, just pure Elliott wave analysis gave the setup on this with a little bit of fundamental insight, because I mean those drinks, if you go at least around where I live, they're always gone. They get stocked up and they're almost gone like by the end of the day all the time. So people are buying them, whether you think they're good or not. There's a market for whatever, this energy drink. I drink Monster, but I tried one of these Celsius. It's like it's okay, but I prefer Monster better. But maybe there's people that don't like Monster. Wingstop has been trading nicely. I'm looking for a pullback to 190, 91, 187 to get long that. And that could be another 1-2 because I think we'll have some overlap. Maybe there won't be overlap. Could be a 4 here, so we don't know quite yet. But I do like a dip buy there if that can pull back there. Tyson Foods was getting destroyed the other day. I was kind of keeping my eye on that and see how that was going. Yeah, I would stay away from it. This almost looks like Facebook's chart when it crashed. You have a massive top that broke down. I think that needs to play out. I would be looking for a lot more downside potentially. I would not be FOMOing in this Tyson Food. If divergence is erased, it could be a 1-2, 1-2, 3 of 3, and it just could keep going down. I think ultimately it could go as low as $18, $20. I know it's hard to believe if you like that stock, but the grand super cycle is over, and this is a massive top that's been 5 years, so it's a 7-year distribution process breaking down. So yeah, it's going to unwind very quickly. So yeah, good luck. If you're a shareholder, you got to be careful. Maybe some kind of megaphone top breaking down, ready to puke even further. So I'm not interested in dip buying this at all. Um, but of course, it should bounce, but it probably will fail. I mean, it's probably at least got a bounce and a failure. Okay, I think I took through a lot of things today to see, what's out there, how things are trading, just to get an idea out there. And so, I think the market, as you know, is very toppy. There will be a massive crash soon. It's coming. You are kind of playing the final innings if you're trying to go long. You can't fall in love with anything. You have to just take your money and run. That's what I've been doing, just trading this market, um, and then just when it gets confusing, sidelines, because it's just today was a perfect example. It was really tough, but the market gave a three-wave setup with a long, and that was just like a great opportunity. But now we'll see if we get that follow through or not, and that's yet to be seen how that works. But I think that's going to be up to the dollar index and what it's able to do. If it breaks down from here, or we break out of this, it's going to decide the next move in the markets, the next trend. And there are people afraid of the debt ceiling, and they should be. But I don't think, there's a lot of trade-in days between the 10th and when I think, shit will hit the fan, which is toward the end of the month. So, the market loves to pump on Fridays. We're going to go into Friday. So, I'm probably comfortable personally holding long positions into Friday and see how things go, and then but then of course every day that goes by I'm more and more cautious. I think there's also another debt ceiling meeting coming later, I think tomorrow maybe with Biden and the Republicans, so we'll get news out of that. Anything positive would support the market, but yeah, we'll see. The debt ceiling seems to be the perfect reason for the next massive sell-off, but it could be something else. I think until then, this market just wants to go higher. The casino wants to continue on. People want to go long and make money, which has been the trade this year by the dip, and so that's going to keep working until it doesn't. And once it doesn't, yeah, people will stop. But right now, there's no reason to stop, and you're just going to see people continue to buy the dip, and eventually shorts will capitulate, and you'll get a really face rip and squeeze, and then that probably end the move and the top, and that will signal the top of the market for now. So that's what I'm seeing. Good luck. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.